let's start with this idea that our forks and our furniture are killing us. And many of you on this channel already know that, but we're hoping that you're inviting some of your friends, loved ones, co-workers to this channel, and perhaps this might be a segment that you guide them to start their journey into knowing more. But what the average patient, and truly what the average physician doesn't know, is what are the leading causes of death in America. And this is not what diseases are killing us, but what actually is causing those diseases. What's the root cause? And we know that things like our diet are important. Well, it turns out that our nutritional choices are the number one contributor and cause of death. That may surprise you. You may think, well, smoking's got to be way worse, and I thought the same thing. But only 20% of us smoke, but 100% of us eat. And so the exposure, the risk of exposing everybody to the hazards of what's on the end of their fork makes it the leading cause of death. Our body weight, the body mass index, is actually the number 4 leading cause of death. And our furniture, our sedentary lifestyle, is actually number 5 out of the top 10 causes of death. So what's on your fork? I want you to think about the last few meals that you've had. We tend to eat the same 8 to 10 meals every week. We recycle through the same foods. So think about the last few meals. What was on your fork? You have the power to choose what's on your fork, but how do you know what to choose? And so is it the left fork, which is full of processed foods here, French fries and pizza and hamburgers, or is it food that came the way that it was made in the first place, what we call whole foods? So are you eating your greens and the rainbow of fruits and vegetables? So first of all, just do a self-assessment on what am I putting on my fork each day. We know that a plant-based diet is probably the single most important foundation for eating, but it's hard to be a vegetarian and get all of your nutrients, to get all of your protein, and to just comply with that in America. And so a Mediterranean diet that, yes, focuses on the rainbow of fruits and vegetables and whole grains, but also includes some animal products, is a good starting point. It may not be ideal for each person, but it is certainly a good starting point. So whole foods, the rainbow of colors, seeds and nuts, the deep sea fishes, legumes, olive oil, the healthy fats as opposed to the unhealthy fats, freshwater fish, and please don't fry these things. Not only does the fried food change it, but the flour that you dip things in has the starch that we want to stay away from. A lot of people think that eating healthy can be boring and just not have the variety of flavors that they want. But I would challenge you to look at this picture that has a pretty typical spread of some of the more common foods that are going to promote a healthy heart and a healthy lifestyle. And I would challenge you to say that that's not going to make flavorful food with lots of variety in textures and chewing satisfaction as well as the flavor. So eating healthy does not have to be boring. The kebabs that are in this picture have everything that would be healthy, and certainly the crunch that can happen from doing a baked sort of kebab is awesome. And here's a seafood dish that's got the legumes and some greens and reds and yellows in there. So there are lots of flavorful foods that are going to be healthy.
There's nothing like a community. We saw that in the Louisville event. People got together and started talking about how they've had challenges and successes in preventing their own heart attack, stroke, or chronic disease. It became very clear that you don't have to be a doc with a full-time 30-year career in preventive medicine to understand this and successfully prevent heart attack, stroke, the number one killer and disablers of people. You don't have to be a physician to prevent eye disease, kidney disease. All you have to do is think, listen, and become part of the community. Now, how do you do that? Go to the membership login on our webpage, and as you can see, you can get right in. You have to sign up if you haven't signed up already. And I've already signed up. I've already gone in. It's very simple, very easy to understand. In order to help encourage this, after the success and the positive emotion, the positive impact that we're seeing with these events, we're saying, look, we need to offer more of these services for free in order to help grow this community. So you'll see us starting to do drawings for the webinar event, the courses. We've got a book coming out in about a month. We'll be offering that. Even full-blown evaluations, providing those for free for folks that, again, help us grow the community. So if you'd like to find out what the most recent rules are for the most recent drawing, just come to the membership page. Thank you for your interest.